Hey y'all, I have been so terrible with giving updates, but today is the day that I have a little bit of time to kind of provide a few updates on what's going on with me. I really do apologize, but I do not aspire to be a YouTuber. This takes a lot of work. I don't know if y'all noticed, but the past couple of videos that I did make were literally like straight to the point, no editing or anything like that. And this is gonna be kind of the same. I just feel bad because I have had a few people message me just asking me, have I retaken my NCLEX? What am I doing? Stuff like that. So I just wanted to give an update. Um, I know the last video I told y'all that I had taken my NCLEX the beginning of July. I took my NCLEX literally the weekend before I was supposed to start my job. So what ended up happening was I found out that Friday that I didn't pass. I submitted that information to my job and they ended up holding the job for me but letting me know that I would not be able to start until the fall. They didn't give me a date or anything. Y'all, I got so upset about that. I actually had a period of time where I was very depressed. I was spending a majority of my time studying, but what I did was I took like a week off. I didn't really cry or get upset until they told me that I could not start my job. I had a lot of things pending on me starting that job financially, as well as my children and I needed the insurance. We were trying to get off my husband's insurance. It was so expensive. We had kind of budgeted everything around me starting my job in July. So when that didn't happen, I kind of just spiraled. Okay, so what they did was they allowed me to come back into my tech job for the month of September until the next residency class started, which was in October. I was still able to obtain and keep the job in the ICU. I'm in a neuro ICU now. I've been on the floor for about 2 weeks. Still doing some training and things like that. And I'm gonna just say this, it's just a lot. I feel like actually caring for a patient, especially in the ICU and like being in nursing school and learning the skills and stuff, it's just so different. It's just so different. And I have very bad anxiety when I'm at work just about making mistakes. And I know it's difficult as far as not being so hard on myself. I know that I'm going to make mistakes and things like that, but this is something that I really have wanted to do for a really long time. And now that I'm doing it, I just really want to be good at it. So anyways, after I didn't pass the test, I took a week off. Um, and when I started back, a couple of things that I did differently than the first time was I literally like planned out every single day. I didn't like spend my whole day studying. I literally designated 4 hours a day to studying. And when I say that, I used a Hearst review that one of my classmates, she shared her passcode with me. And I did each section on that. It came with a booklet. I don't know what I did with the booklet, but I do still have it. But there's a Hearst review book. It goes over each section. I did make sure that I did each section. And then after I finished that, I started working through the Archer questions. In my opinion, Archer was the best resource that I could have used, and I wish I would have used it from the beginning. The first time I used Mark K and what's that other one that everybody uses that they swear by? I can't think of it right now. But dang, what's it called? I don't know, but everybody uses it. I didn't like it that much. I used Archer. I also watched a lot of prioritization videos because I feel like that's what I missed a lot on. So I used the Archer quiz banks. I also did a few board vitals quizzes from ATI, but I primarily focused on Archer because to me it resembled the NCLEX more than the other study things that I use. Two other things, resources that I use was I used the Simple Nursing RN videos, a lot of the NCLEX review videos on medications and diabetes insipidus and SIADH and all those things that deal with electrolyte imbalances and stuff like that. I really suggest watching those videos. And then I used a few videos from Registered Nurse RN, like just on things that I kept messing up on. But another resource that I used was the NCLEX High Yield YouTube videos. The NCLEX High Yield, the Simple Nursing, and the Archer are ones that I felt like contributed to me passing the second time. I studied so when you don't pass the NCLEX, you have to wait 45 days. So I told you I took a week off. Then I designate a full week of just going over the HERS review. And then I would do 75 to 100 practice questions from Archer a day. And then I would just play those YouTube videos every single day, literally every single day, until I got it down packed. And that's what I did. Also, this time I made sure that I ate breakfast. I got up early. The night before, I didn't study anything. I did do a quiz the night before just so that I could rest. Another thing that I'm going to suggest, which is not very traditional, but I have a very hard time focusing on things. And I just spoke to my professor that was helping me. My son has ADHD, and at this point, I feel like I did as well. So I went and I spoke to my physician, just letting them know that I'm going to have to sit for a long period of time. I can't even study for a long period of time. Like, I'm having trouble, I'm having anxiety. So I did go seek a prescription from my doctor just for anxiety, just to kind of calm me down and also give me the ability to focus a little bit more. It's not something that I take every day, but when it comes to testing, I have horrible anxiety, guys, to where like I'm vomiting, stomach pains, headache. It's bad. It's very severe. And if you feel like you need something like that, go do it. I do think that helped me as well. So the morning of, I took it, I ate a good breakfast. I got there early enough to where I would have patience, to where I would, not be like freaking out. I also wore earplugs and the headphones. During my test, I took my time. I wasn't focused on when the test was shut off and things like that. Now, I will say, I felt like the second time, like I understood the questions. I also could tell the whole dynamic of if you're doing well, you'll start getting hard questions and things like that, or you'll get more select audit apply. And so I felt like a pattern. I could tell when I was making mistakes and I could tell when I was doing well. Well, my test this time shut off at 140 questions. 140 exactly, the exam shut off. But I felt really good about it because I just felt more confident. I didn't worry about it. A lot of my friends and family were texting me. I still took a long time. I believe I took almost 3 hours to take that test. And I was fine with that. I went home. I went to sleep. I didn't worry about it. But then towards the end of the evening, I did try to do the testing trick, and I wasn't able to re-register for another exam. So that really calmed me down. And the next morning around noon, I got my results saying that I had passed. So I was so excited about that, but I still wasn't working. There was some issues going on with my job where they were not able to transfer my position. And it was just a mess. I finally started working the beginning of September, and then in October 11th was my actual first day in the residency program. The first 2 weeks we spent working on modules, getting familiar with the do's and don'ts, insurance, all those things that surround the hospital that I'll be working for, that I am working for. And then after those 2 weeks, that's when I started on the floor. I've been on the floor, like I said, for about 2.5 weeks now. I work 3 12s. Right now, I will be doing day shifts. I plan to be on night shift. But there are things that go on during the day that don't really go on at nighttime. My hospital is also a teaching institution, so there are lots of residents, nursing students, pharmacy students, just like everybody is there. So it's really, really busy during the daytime. And just for me to get more familiar with what's going on. As I told you guys, I do work in the ICU. I have seen 2 codes happen. I haven't had to actually participate simply because I wanted to get my certification over. My certification had expired and I had to take the BLS class in person. And I also, when you're in the ICU, you have to take the ACLS class. And I haven't taken it yet. So that's why I'm still in orientation. I'm still being shadowed. And if something happens to my patient, they're able to, do whatever. But I do participate, but I just haven't. Y'all, it's scary. And, it just makes me appreciate my family and friends and stuff a lot more. I really do love the job that I chose. I'm thankful that they work with me. I love the people. I love the manager. I love the flexibility. And things are just really, really going well. Like I said, this is the first day that I have been able to just literally like sit down. And today is my mom's birthday, so that's where I've been today. But I've been able to just sit down and be like, what do I really want to say? I'm doing better. I did also want to just speak on just anxiety and depression as a whole after nursing school. I feel like while you're in nursing school, you just on go. I got class, I got a test, I got this. And if you got kids, it's I gotta take my kids here and my kids gotta do that. And if you're married, it's my husband need this and my husband need that. It's just go. And I feel like after graduation, it just stops. And at one point I feel, and I told my husband this, like I felt like useless. Like I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't productive. The kids had started back school. He was still working. And all I had to do was study. And also just the stress of if I don't pass, then I can't work. There's just a lot of things that you just need to take into consideration. And don't be so hard on yourself. Like I said, I'm still struggling with a few things. But I'm learning to, prioritize what's important for me, or just even putting myself first and making sure I take time to do some self-care for myself. Currently right now, the only thing extracurricular that I'm trying to do is lose weight. You guys, I have gained quite a bit of weight throughout this process, and it's just not comfortable for me. I'm focused on just like being more healthy, so that I can live longer and be here for my children and just be comfortable in what I'm wearing and stuff like that. So I hope this update gives you guys some closure. I'm not going to say that I'll never ever post a video again. And if it's something specific that y'all are asking, if you can just ask me in the comments, I will respond. But YouTube is not a passion of mine. I really just did it to document my process. Also, like I told y'all plenty of times before, when I started nursing school, the first thing I went to was YouTube. Is how to do this, how to do that, what should I do with this? And I never really saw anybody that was married with children and other responsibilities just documenting their journey. No shade to, or no, I'm not gonna say shade, but just not knocking the young ladies who I have watched. A few channels that I have watched is Dominique. I used to watch Maddie. Is her name Maddie? The Nursing Diary. Bria. A couple of those girls, and they still do document a day in the life of a nurse, and this is in that and stuff like that. I'm just not going to promise that I'll be able to commit to that, because I just have a lot of other things going on in my personal life. And this is a lot. It's a lot editing, and I'm not going to edit this video or clip anything out. This is just an update because I did promise a few ladies that I will update. But if there's any questions that you have that I haven't answered in any of the videos that I have posted, just comment down below and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. And good luck to anybody that's in nursing school. If you got kids, if you married, you can do it. I did it. You can do it. Age has nothing to do with choosing this career, okay? Don't think that it's too late for you or you can't do it because you don't have the money and things like that. There's a way, and if it's meant for you, God will make sure that the way is clear, okay? So good luck to y'all.